Are you experiencing frustration or desperation and you don't know the way out? There is a solution. There is light beyond the tunnel. Start to live life on your terms, the way you've always wanted. Visit SuccessCoachAndy.com. SuccessCoachAndy.com. Change can happen in an instant. To learn more about Andy's seminars or for opportunities to have him as your personal coach, call 310-774-6691. That's 310-774-6691.
Here comes Success Coach Andy, the most beneficial advice program on the radio. For the next hour, you'll learn about success and happiness and how to take control of your life. And now, here's Success Coach Andy Shepherd.
This is Success Coach Andy. I'm Andy Shepherd of Shepherd Success Coaching, here with you every Monday at 9 p.m. on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. This show is all about success. It's all about your success. In my opinion, success is all about getting to be or do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, whatever is good for you, good for other people, and good for the benefit of all, preferably. You know, I've been in some pretty bad places in my life, and it really wasn't good, and it really wasn't fun, and it really wasn't pretty. And I've met so many people who've been in similar situations, and I found a way of getting out there, getting out of it, and that was by using my mind. Everything's about mindset. I believe that we have a mindset for poverty, we have a mindset for depression, we have a mindset for having bad relationships. Equally, there's a mindset to having success. There's a mindset to being blissful, the mindset for being happy. So this show is all about being able to get you to that. Previously, in previous shows, I've been talking about various aspects of how we can overcome things that are not good for us, that are problematic, and I'm giving you some really useful, powerful tools on how to transform these situations. What I'm doing now is I'm changing it up a bit, because success leaves clues. If you want to, for example, become fit, then you can just go and follow a diet, and you can go and follow an exercise routine. And as long as you're doing all of these things, you're going to get the results that you want eventually. Okay, there's a thing with metabolism. For some people it's going to be easier than others, but you're definitely going to get there. Well, the great thing is that everything in life is like this. I mean, you must agree. Haven't you found that there are certain things that when you imitate other people, you've had the same success as them? So I realized that I am just so fortunate, because I've got some great people that I know in my events that I've been giving and in my life in general. And I thought, well, I really want to share their experience with you. And so because of that, I've got a series of people who are going to be my guests, special guests on the show. Last week it was Sheila Mack. She was talking about what it took for her to be successful, and how she'd had a difficult childhood, and how she managed to exit that, and how she gave an opportunity for other people to have the same thing. So this is an amazing thing, when we can find a way to transform whatever it is that has been bad into something that's good, and then to be able to show that success to other people and make it happen to them. I can't think of anything better. So my definition of success is different to others, because success to most people is perhaps, I mean, we have a Hollywood success, don't we, where we have the perfect girlfriend or perfect man or perfect wife or perfect husband. We have the perfect, preferably not at the same time, please, of course. And we have the perfect car that we drive, and we have the perfect massive mansion, and the car may be a Ferrari or a Bentley or Rolls-Royce or whatever. But the thing is, there's so many people who don't have happiness from these things. So to me, that isn't true success. Success is when you're content with life, when you are playing life full out and it is on your terms. Because definitely the mind, you can achieve all of these things. So that's enough of me talking. I would like to get us straight on and talking to our special guest tonight. His name is Ken McArthur. He is a best-selling author, a popular host of a series of live events that bring together thought leaders, top-level marketers, entrepreneurs, business owners, corporations, and non-profit organizations to create multi-million-dollar joint ventures, relationships. He was selected by Fast Company as one of the 20 most influential people online. Ken is an expert in creating mass audiences of highly engaged fans and has launched multiple websites into the top 3,000 websites. So tonight, he's going to be giving away his secret sauce to his successors. So he's kindly also giving away 2 tickets to his event in Denver, which is happening next week. It's going to be, I think it's the Friday, Ken can tell me correctly, I think it's Friday the 26th until Sunday the 28th. So he's going to be giving the information. Listen to what he's saying. He's going to ask you a simple question based on something that he says. So you need to listen to this show very carefully so that you'll be able to answer the question. If you want more information about the event, go to www.theimpactevent.com. That's www.theimpactevent.com. And later I'll be giving you the telephone number to call in on. So, Ken McArthur, it's a great privilege to have you here tonight.
Well, it's fantastic to be here, Andy. It's always great to talk to you, and you're out there doing the good stuff and making an impact in the world, and I love that. I love the fact that you're out there touching people, in a powerful, powerful way that really impacts their lives and makes it better for everybody.
An impact is a really big thing for you, isn't it, Ken? Could you tell me more what impact means and how you've brought that to the public through books and events?
Well, we all want to have an impact in the world. I think we want to be significant. We would like to have our existence matter. We would like to feel like we were born into this world for some kind of a purpose to make a difference. And I've done a lot with impact over the years. I started out as an internet marketer and had some very, very successful websites and then live events and things like that. But the real story of impact is about small things, not about big things. It's about the things that we do to touch other people. I once had an event where I invited about 150 people together. We were actually doing a project to help people who are at risk for suicide, and we actually got a simple message of hope out to 30 million people in a 30-day period of time. And
wow.
In that process, we asked people 2 simple questions. We asked them, who's the person who had the biggest impact on their life? And we got all kinds of answers, everybody from a teacher or a parent or a friend or a bum off the street that they never saw ever again. It was all kinds of people, but the common thread that we had when we asked them the second question, which was, what did they do to have that impact, was just a simple, kind word at the right time of encouragement, of helping somebody get through a time in their life when life was tough. And we can all do that every single day, and that's how we have the biggest impact, and I think that's the way we're the most successful.
I agree. This idea of doing simplest things for other people. There's a dear friend of mine called Charlie Johnson. He is the president of something called Pay It Forward. It's based on a film which was Pay It Forward, and he gave up a multi-million-dollar business that he had, and he just goes around the world as the president of the organization, just teaching people to do simple things and then pay it forward afterwards, because he really does believe that that is going to change the world. Just simple things like buying a coffee for somebody behind you in Starbucks and telling the cashier to ask not to say who did it and just asking them to do the same thing, and to open doors for people. Or when we were doing an event in Brazil, I talked about the fact that one of my teachers went up to somebody who was crying outside of a hospital and asked to hug that person, and hugged her. And the next day, that person stopped her in the street and just said what a great impact that gesture, that simple gesture of a 5-minute hug had made for that person. And that's what it's all about. We all think that to make a big difference in the world, we have to do big things. And yes, sometimes it is. We do have to make monumental things. But it's the small things that count as well, isn't it, Ken?
It really is. I call, I have a principle that I live by, and it's called McArthur's Law. And that principle basically is that we all make a difference whether we want to or not. We feel like it would be really nice if we didn't make a difference. You could do anything you wanted and it wouldn't make any difference. You could eat that cake and that donut, and you could not exercise, and you can kick the neighbor's dog. It wouldn't make any difference at all. But the fact is that we all make a tremendous impact on thousands of people that we touch every single day.
Yes, I agree. And I think we forget as well the impact that it's having on ourselves, because, if we're doing stuff out of being selfish, then this is, it feels good for a while, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not going to give you the success that you want and happiness that you want in your life, because I don't know one person who is truly, truly happy being selfish. You don't get that real, genuine gut feeling of happiness. When I learned through years of meditation and study about giving to other people, it changed my life. At first I thought, no, it's all mine. Society tells us to keep stuff for ourselves. Yeah. But when you start giving to other people, then genuine happiness comes to us, doesn't it?
Well, if you're ever feeling depressed, one of the best things that you can possibly do is just go around and honestly thank people and be grateful for the things that you have. And it will make you wake up and realize that, we're all blessed in so many different ways. There's always somebody out there that's worse off than we are, for sure. But together we can build things, we can create things, we can make things. We can always do so much more working together than we ever could apart.
If you've just tuned in, you're listening to Success Coach Andy. I'm Andy Shepherd on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. Tonight's special guest, Ken McArthur, is giving away his secret sauce to his successors. He's also kindly going to give away 2 tickets to his event, in Denver. All you need to do is answer a simple question that he's going to give any minute now. And when he does, I want you to be ready to call the following number, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. For more information about the event, go to www.theimpactevent.com. That's www.theimpactevent.com. So we're back again with special guest Ken McArthur. I totally agree with you, Ken. Gratitude is I think it's one of the most important, most powerful things that there is. If you look in so many places, you'll find it. If you look in the film and book The Secret, they talk about the power of gratitude. If you look at Esther Hicks, who is all about law of attraction, it's all about gratitude as well. And even in Buddhism, they talk about it. The first Buddha said, the problem today is that we want too little. We should want all of the things that we have. And this is talking about being grateful for all of the things that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and you know, I don't know about how everybody else feels in the world, but I know that if I know that I'm going to make a difference, you know, and you know, it's that cascading effect, the thing that I call the impact factor, that really causes us to have an impact in the world. Because you know, you think of the power of a mother. You know, it would be devastating if a mother did absolutely nothing with their child, you know, and the results on that child would be devastating. And not only just that child, but everybody that child comes into contact with. So we're already impacting thousands of people, whether we want to or not. But now we have the art, we have the science, we have the technology, we have billions of other people in the world that can come together and create amazing things together, because we can do so much more working together than we ever could by ourselves.
That's right. And with today's technology now, the world is so small. Important people for me are and in one side, well, I mean, you are really important to me, Ken, and you are the other side of America, but we can still keep in contact. Now we're talking on the phone, and it's as if you're in the same room as me. And, you know, I'm in Los Angeles, and you're in Philadelphia, yes?
Yep.
That's right. And I've got friends in the UK I talk to regularly, and Denmark and Australia and every country you can imagine, and I'm sure you're the same. And
well, we've got our people coming to the Impact event from all over the world. So you never know in today's connected society, you know, where your friends are going to exist or the people that you're going to impact.
And when we think about it, what got us to where we are now. If we trail it back, we've got so many people that we should be grateful to. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about how I met you, and it's because of Richard Weiler, who, by the way, is going to be a guest next week, and the person who introduced me to him, which was David T. Fagan. And then how did I meet David T. Fagan? That was because of Zsuzsa. And you know, how did I meet her? And that was because of doing a Tony Robbins course, you know, and when you go back, I mean, we have so many people to be grateful for, because each one of those is an essential component to getting us where we are now.
Yeah, we did that at one of my live events where we actually brought person after person up, and each person told the story of how one person impacted them, and then they called up somebody else, and they talked about how that person impacted them. It went on for 90 minutes, and there were actually 2 people in the room that were alive, physically alive, because of a simple conversation on the couch, you know, one that you would have any day of the week that didn't have seemingly any vast importance to it. But yet out of that conversation, everybody was in that room. Out of that conversation, there were people alive that wouldn't be alive otherwise. You never know the impact that you're going to have.
Yes, yeah, I'm really seeing. I mean, I know your work on impact, but I'm just seeing it at such a deeper level. It's this conversation we're having tonight is fabulous. I'm really enjoying this. Before we go on, though, what about the competition? So what is going to be the question to give away these 2 tickets to
our competition.
The Impact
event? Forget that. Well, I talked a little bit ago about McArthur's Law, so if somebody can call in and tell you what McArthur's Law is and what that really means, then that ought to be worth a free ticket to the Impact event for sure. That's a $697 ticket. So
wow. Okay. That's
definitely. If there's some people out there, we can give away a couple tickets, and all they need to do is call in and let you know what McArthur's Law is.
That's great. Okay, so call in now, please, on 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. Call in now. We're giving away 2 tickets to Ken McArthur's fabulous event. which is the impactevent.com. Sorry, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Success Coach Andy. I'm Andy Shepherd on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. Tonight's guest is Ken McArthur. He's giving away his secret sauce to his successes and talking about impact and how we impact each other. He's kindly giving away 2 tickets to the Impact event in Denver, which is in a few days' time. All you need to do is answer the simple question, what is MacArthur's Law? So give your call in now to 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. For further information about the event, go to www.theimpactevent.com. That's www.theimpactevent.com. Well, people need to call in pretty quickly. We've only got a few minutes left. We've got about 3 minutes left, so you need to call in right now. So what else has impacted you? What else is your secret sauce about success? What has success meant to you?
Well, somebody asked me that about, what would make the Impact event a huge, huge success. And we're bringing together some really world-class speakers. We've got Joel Comm, we've got Mike Koenig, we've got Dave Lacani, we've got Tom Beal, we've got all kinds of fantastic marketers that bring all kinds of knowledge and ways you can get your ideas, products, and services out to millions of people. But you know what? All it takes to make the Impact event huge for me personally is just one changed life. If one person can be impacted, just think about how many people they can impact over the course of their life. If we can make one person's life better, and if we can set them on the road to being a positive influence in the world, that has a tremendous impact, not on 1, 2, or 10 people, but on a lifetime of people. So that's my secret to success, is just do something that's going to make somebody's life better, and do it in the ways that really impact each other, which is to have that small kindness that's really going to take somebody from where they are now to where they need to be.
I totally agree, and we never know who that important person's going to be, because people like Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Lady Diana, and Gandhi, and so on. They're just one person. Each one of these people just completely transformed the world. Have you got a final thought in the next kind of 30 seconds you'd like to say?
Well, my final thought for you is I hope that you go out every single day and you impact somebody with purpose. It's every day we check our checkbooks and see if our checking balance is going up or down, and when it goes down too far, we start getting worried and we get our lives in gear. Well, we don't do that with our impact, and if you can go out there every single day and watch that checkbook balance. See if you're really impacting people, if you're really taking the time to make the difference in somebody's life, and you're going to have a checkbook payoff that's going to pay off for a long time, not only in your wallet, but in your hearts and minds and in the future of everybody on the planet. So
that's fabulous. Thank you so much for being on the show, Ken McArthur, and I look forward to seeing you very soon in Denver. Anybody who'd like to know more information, please go to www.theimpactevent.com. Many thanks to Braden for keeping the show running smoothly, and for all of you for listening. I'm Andy Shepherd of Shepherd Success Coaching. Tune in next Tuesday at 9 p.m. for more Success Coach Andy. Next week, I'll be talking to Richard Weiler, who'll be giving away his secret sauce to success. You're listening to Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.